Okay, let's dive in. I want you to picture this. You're standing at a really big life crossroads. Maybe it's a career change, or you're thinking of moving, or, a huge relationship decision. And you've done all the work. You've got the spreadsheets, you've made the pro-con lists.
But you're just stuck.
Completely paralyzed. Either you can't move, or even worse, you finally make a choice. And this little voice inside just immediately starts whispering, was that the right move?
And that feeling, that hesitation, that's really the heart of what we're looking at today. The issue isn't a lack of good options.
No, not at all. The world is full of them.
It's saturated. The real problem is a kind of disconnection from what our sources call the inner compass.
And when that compass goes quiet, we immediately start looking for answers somewhere else. We outsource the decision.
We do. We default to these external guides.
Yeah.
What society says is the right thing to do, or what our parents think is safe.
Or, and I think this is the most dangerous one, we hire fear as our consultant.
Exactly. We choose a path just to avoid something bad. To avoid losing a job or to avoid being rejected. And sometimes, we just let being in a hurry make the choice for us, just to get out of that awful feeling of being undecided.
So our mission for this deep dive is to cut through all of that noise, both the external chatter and that internal panic. We're going to explore a very specific method called the Soul Compass Ritual.
Right. And let's be super clear about what this is. This is not a magic wand for wish fulfillment. You're not asking if you're going to win the lottery or something.
Okay, so what is it then?
Think of it as a psychological and energetic tuning fork. It's a tool designed to help you tune into your own clearest signal, that voice of inner truth.
And the goal is manageable. It's not about mapping out the next 10 years of your life.
Not at all. It's just about identifying the right direction for your very next step.
That's it.
That feels so much more achievable. But okay, before we even get into the ritual itself, there's a pretty big hurdle to get over, isn't there?
A huge one. You have to be able to tell the difference between genuine guidance and, well, just your own anxiety screaming at you.
Yes. It's fascinating how good our anxiety is at impersonating wisdom. It's loud, it's demanding, it feels so urgent that we just assume it must be important. So absolutely, the first step is learning to distinguish real intuition from anxiety.
So let's break that down for anyone listening right now who's wrestling with a big choice. How do they know which voice they're hearing? Let's start with anxiety. What does that feel like? What are the signs of what the sources call the contraction?
The key word there is contraction. The hallmark of anxiety is that it creates this feeling of shrinking, of tightening up, and you can spot it in the style of your thoughts.
How so?
Anxiety tells long, complicated, looping stories. These huge, dramatic narratives like, if I quit my job, then I'll never find another one, and then I'll be homeless, my family will think I'm a failure, and what if? It just spirals on and on.
And it feels so urgent, like you have to decide right this second.
Yeah, absolutely. The pace is frantic. Decide, and now. This offer expires, don't miss out. And if you trace that feeling into your body, you can literally feel the contraction.
A tightness in your chest.
Chest tightness, shallow breathing, that knot in your stomach, or just a heavy sinking feeling. It's a physical sensation. Anxiety is always pushing you to flee from a perceived danger.
Wow. When you put it like that, I can think of so many decisions I've made from that exact place, that flight response.
We all have.
Okay, so let's flip it. What does genuine intuition, the expansion, what does that feel like?
Intuition is the complete opposite. It's marked by simplicity and, well, expansion. Its style is short, clear, and it doesn't really explain itself.
It doesn't need to argue its case?
No, the messages are really simple. Just this way, or wait, or go for it. It's like a short, clear text message, not a 10-page email.
And the pace is different too, I'm guessing?
Totally different. It's neutral, it's calm, it's patient. Intuition doesn't need to shout. It just nudges you quietly, but with this real firmness.
And the physical feeling?
It's relief. It's a sense of lightness. You'll notice your breathing gets deeper, fuller. It can literally feel like your lungs have more space, like your whole being is just expanded.
So anxiety pushes you to flee, but intuition, it pulls you to expand.
That's the perfect way to put it. And the whole point of this ritual we're discussing is to quiet all that anxious noise so you can actually hear that quiet, expansive signal.
Okay, that distinction is crystal clear. But now I have to ask the obvious question. If this compass is internal, why do the sources all talk about bringing in external tools, specifically crystals?
Yes.
I mean, doesn't that feel like we're just outsourcing the decision again, but this time to a rock?
It's a great question, and it's a really important distinction to make. The sources are clear. The crystals are not magic oracles that give you the answer.
So what are they?
Think of them more like cognitive anchors or energetic tuning forks. They don't generate the signal. They help you hold a specific intention and stabilize your own energy field so it's easier to hear the quiet signal that's already inside you. They're tools to help you be present.
Okay, that reframes it completely. They're focusing aids. So what are the key stones that are recommended for this kind of work?
The materials focus on 4 main ones. First is lapis lazuli. It's often called the stone of truth.
Okay.
It's associated with the third eye, and its whole job is to promote radical self-honesty. It helps you separate what you wish was true from the truth you actually need to hear right now. It cuts through self-deception.
Which is so important when fear is clouding your judgment.
Crucial. Second is labradorite. This is known as the stone of transformation. It's especially good when you are making a really big shift.
Like a new timeline.
Exactly. Changing careers, moving across the country, a major life pivot. It supports that energy of a quantum leap.
Okay, what's third?
Third is amethyst. Amethyst is like a filter for a scattered mind. So if you're an overthinker or you get distracted easily, amethyst helps to ground and sort of consolidate all that mental static.
And the last one is the one everyone knows.
Clear quartz. Yep. Think of it as a signal booster, an amplifier. If your inner voice is naturally very quiet or hard to hear, quartz just turns up the volume so the message becomes clear and undeniable.
So let's make this practical. If someone listening is feeling completely foggy and indecisive right now, what's a simple combination they could use?
For that kind of fogginess, you'd pair amethyst for the mental clarity with clear quartz for the amplification.
Okay.
If you need just the stark, honest truth about a situation, you'd use lapis lazuli with the quartz. And for those really big life changes, you'd go with labradorite, the transformation stone, plus amethyst to help stabilize you through that transition.
That's a really clear guide. So now that we're prepared, let's walk through the ritual itself. It's broken down into 4 phases: enter, ask, read, and seal. Let's start with phase 1, enter.
Right. You can't just jump into asking the question. You have to clear out all the external garbage from your mind first.
Set the stage.
Exactly. Find a quiet place where you won't be bothered for 15 minutes or so. Hold one of your grounding crystals like amethyst or quartz, and then just close your eyes and sit in total silence for 60 seconds.
And then comes the breathing. The sources are pretty specific here.
They are. You slowly exhale through your mouth 7 times. This is a very deliberate physical act to release stress. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system,
The rest and digest system.
which tells your body that you're safe.
Yeah.
It's the direct antidote to that urgent anxiety response. And while you're doing that, you repeat an internal mantra, something simple like, I am not rushing, I need the truth.
And you just keep repeating that.
Until you feel the urgency fade and your heart rate slow down. That feeling of stillness is the signal that your compass is calibrated and ready.
Once you're in that calm state, you move to phase 2, ASK. This seems like the part where it's easy to go wrong.
Oh, it is. This is where the anxious mind tries to hijack the process. The biggest mistake is asking fear-based questions.
Like, will I succeed or will they like me?
Exactly. Questions looking for reassurance. The compass doesn't predict outcomes. It only points toward alignment. So you have to shift to what are called directional questions.
Can you give us a few examples of a good directional question?
A really powerful one is, which choice allows me to be more myself? Or, using the language we just talked about, will this path lead to expansion or contraction in my life?
Or even just, am I moving toward my truth or am I just running away from fear?
Perfect. And the rule is, you pick only one question, you ask it slowly, clearly, and just once. No repeating it.
Okay, so you've asked the question, now you're in phase 3. Read. This is where you're reading the signal. You switch to a stone like lapis or labradorite, hold it to your chest, and they don't use logic. That's what the sources say, and that feels so counterintuitive.
It does, but it's because your logical mind is where that looping, anxious story lives. We're trying to bypass that. We want the raw data.
And the raw data comes from the body first?
Always. Layer 1 is the body, and it's the most important signal. You're looking for that feeling of expansion for a yes lightness, more space, deeper breath, or contraction for a no heaviness, a knot in your stomach, short breath. Your body knows the answer before your brain does.
So layer 2, the mind is just confirming what the body felt.
Exactly. For a yes, your mind will feel still, peaceful. There's just a sudden, quiet knowing. But for a no, your mind will immediately start arguing, rationalizing, and trying to justify the other choice. That looping narrative is the anxiety trying to take back control.
And the third layer is just about images or words.
Right. Layer 3 is just noticing any brief images or words that pop into your head. A color, a single word. The key is you don't try to analyze them. You just note them down as raw data.
That contrast between the stillness and the looping is such a clear indicator. So that brings us to the final phase, phase 4, seal. Sealing the decision with movement.
This is, without a doubt, where most people fail. They get a clear answer.
And then they do nothing.
They do nothing. And the rule here is absolute. The compass only works when you create movement. If you hesitate, if you do nothing, you are basically giving your fear system permission to come back in and override the signal you just got.
So you have to act immediately.
Within 24 hours, you choose one small, concrete, actionable step. If the answer was write the book, your action is draft 1 page today. If it was make that connection, you send 1 email.
It's like you're signaling to the universe and to your own subconscious that you're serious.
You are. And you close the ritual by saying, I choose this direction and I will take 1 step.
But the work doesn't stop there, does it? Because I know I can get a clear signal and then 2 hours later, my brain is already trying to talk me out of it.
Exactly. Which is why the follow-through is the decision journal.
Why is writing it down so critical?
Because our brains are masters at rewriting history. Fear is incredibly persuasive. It'll come back in a day or two and convince you that you never really felt that lightness or that the signal was unclear. You have to capture the data when it's fresh.
And there's a specific format for this, right? The 3-line rule.
A very strict 3-line format. Line 1 is the exact question you asked. Line 2 is the signal you received. Be specific, like lightness in stomach, saw an image of a blue door, mind went quiet.
And line 3?
Line 3 is the 1 step you took within 24 hours. And the most important rule is, that's all you write. No justifications, no, but my friend thinks. Or, I'm still a little scared because...
Yeah.
This is about training yourself to trust the raw data over the rationalizations that come later.
So over time, as you practice this, what are the signs that your compass is really activated, that it's integrated into your daily life?
You'll just notice your decisions become faster, cleaner. You'll stop that exhausting overthinking loop. You'll also stop pulling everyone around you for permission to live your life.
You start trusting yourself more.
A lot more. And you become more comfortable with uncertainty because you know your direction, even if you don't have the whole map. And probably the biggest sign is you just start taking those small, immediate actions automatically. The fear doesn't even have time to jump in.
This has been such a practical deep dive. It really reframes these tools, the crystals, the breathing, not as magic, but as anchors to find that compass that's already inside you.
It is. And, it raises the next logical question. Once you've activated your compass and you know your direction, your true north.
You still need to know where you are right now.
Exactly. Knowing the destination is great, but if you don't know your current coordinates on the map, it's still hard to plot a course.
Which means we need a way to find our current position.
We do. And that is actually where we're headed next. We'll be diving into the world of energy mapping and what some call human frequency codes, learning how to read your current energetic state so you can align it with the direction your newly activated compass is pointing you toward.
But for today, this is the tool. Use the soul compass. And remember the core instruction. Don't ask for the answer you want. Ask for the truth you need. We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.